Protesters giving Prime Minister Justin Trudeau a rough ride today as he tried to take part in a discussion about issues affecting our country's young workers. It happened in Ottawa.
And I will tell you that it is a little bit frustrating for me to come in, sit down, look forward to hearing from you, talking with you, and seeing a room full of people who are standing in a way that shows they're not listening to me, that you don't want to engage. And I think it reflects poorly on everyone who does want to listen and engage.
Demonstrators turned their backs on Trudeau as he held a Q&A session at the Canadian Labour Congress National Young Workers Summit this morning. The group was upset with the PM over his stance on pipelines and problems with the federal payroll system.
So when it...
I'm allowed to talk? Yes, you are. Just asking.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau getting a rough ride at the Young Workers Summit in Ottawa this morning. A number of people in the crowd heckled him and turned their backs as he spoke. He took a lot of heat for the Phoenix pay system fiasco that has impacted federal government workers.
Were we as quick to respond to it as we might have been? No, I don't think we were. I don't think we did it right. I'm recognizing that. I'm recognizing that. That we weren't as quick to respond to it as we should have. But we are now working as hard and as quickly and as well as we can to settle that particular challenge.
The president of the Canadian Labour Congress also stepped up to address the crowd, reminding them Trudeau was their guest, but pledged to keep the Liberals' feet to the fire on labour issues.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau still has a high approval rating, so it may have come as a surprise to him today when he was booed and heckled at a Labour summit for young workers. Some of the delegates turned their backs on him.
I will tell you that it is a little bit frustrating for me to come in, sit down, look forward to hearing from you, talking with you, and seeing a room full of people who are standing in a way that shows they're not listening to me, that you don't want to engage.
The protesters chanted, "Keep your promises," and repeatedly interrupted the Prime Minister on everything from pipelines to the youth unemployment rate to the high cost of living.
Well, a tough start to the day for the Prime Minister. He was heckled by protesters during an address to a youth Labour summit in Ottawa.
So when it...
The demonstrators vented their frustrations on everything from pipelines to youth employment. They also showed their anger over the Liberals' support for the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal. Justin Trudeau fired back at his critics. He says he is disappointed at their actions.
That it is a little bit frustrating for me to come in, sit down, look forward to hearing from you, talking with you, and seeing a room full of people who are standing in a way that shows they're not listening to me, that you don't want to engage.
Today's forum was organized by the Canadian Labour Congress.